Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Nasdaq and SPX price prediction based on alert wave analysis. This is a daily close for Nasdaq and to see what happened, what it might happen next. Now we saw in the intraday that we have moved toward the downside. It was not very impulsive as we said. It is looking of course corrective and we might still looking for higher. However, we said that this might have finished of course as 5 waves, right? So basically we are looking here for the wave 3 in the orange scenario. But if we dive a little bit inside the 15-minute chart, now we see of course after this potential correction that we got here, the wave 4 interfering in case that we are in 1 2 3 wave 4 interfering with the zone 1, meaning it's not an impulse, it is something corrective definitely. The move here toward the upside is very interesting, where you can see, of course, on the 5-minute chart, it can be something impulsive, but at the same time, it looks a little bit 3 waves up. So I'm wondering here, you have to be very careful with it, because it might be, of course, 3 waves down, 3 waves up for wave B here, taking the all-time high, and then moving for a 1 2 3 4 5 ABC expanding flat. Okay. So it is very possible that we still have topped here, I mean, as an impulse, of course, and you are looking still here at an expanding flat wave C, of course, here, that it might unfold later on, where you would like to see anyway a wave 4 moving towards this price, which is, of course, still very far. I would say still very far, and this correction is very shallow. I think that we still need like a very strong trend toward the downside to reach at least the 0.23 here, in case we are corrective with this wave 4. Unless, guys, we are looking to something else, which is might be still unfolding, meaning this is transforming to something like a 1, 2. You're looking for wave 3, 4, and a 5 diagonal. So that is also an option for the bullish, right? However, unfortunately, internally, it cannot be very clear, but you still can count 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, this wave 5 also is not very clear because you can see only 3 waves. Therefore, I'm tending still to be corrective here in an expanding flat, but just keep it in mind, in case we see, of course, higher prices again, which are the fib levels. I'm gonna put them there just to keep as key levels, right? So we can know what's going on. Now you have hit the 1.05 and you did not take the 1.23. Now keep in mind that this still can be even like kind of like this ABC, very sharp. But if it's gonna ends up around this area and start to move down again impulsively, be careful from this expanding flat again. Expanding flat is a corrective wave, of course, and is the most common corrective wave that you might get, okay? As an expanding flat A, B, C, the wave B takes the high normally, okay? So be careful with it, because already it is working so far from now by taking the 1.05. If this is gonna happen, you can expect, of course, the next target can reach, of course, this area as a wave C in an expanding flat. Between the 1.618, 1.38 fib level. So basically right now I'm looking for this target towards the downside. So we still, of course, corrective so far. Nothing yet is still impulsive until it proves something much more than this, okay? If we break the 1.38, therefore you're still looking there for this one, for this target 22k 800, as we said in common inside this blue box. It can still be, of course, guys, that you might have even probably 1 2 and then 3 4 5. So nobody knows. We gonna have to get to this area and read the signal here. If we get, of course, an impulse again toward the upside and continuation, breaking the 1 to 1 fib level, therefore, okay, yeah, that is continuation towards the upside. Yeah, so step by step, this is the thing. Right now, the things are a little bit shaky. We are very close to the top. We finished 5 waves up. Now we are wondering if those 5 waves up are going to turn into wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, or it's just finished and this is simply an ABC expanding flat, maybe 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then continuation for, of course, this level here. We're gonna see step by step, guys, but basically you have to be careful right now. The price is a little bit tricky, I would say. Yeah, so because you see finished wave 5 waves taking the high, correction, taking the high again. It might be expanding flat, it might be something else unfolding. Okay, that was it for Nasdaq. Let's see the SPX as well. So the SPX, well, the SPX has already shown, yeah, is showing strengths. I'm still looking anyway for this area here in the blue box. As we said, we might still, of course, see some higher. We said it is very corrective here in this area, so definitely we're moving for higher. But basically, I would like to see like something like 5 waves, guys. So yeah, it is very interesting that even if we reach this 1-to-1 fib level 6,242, that is, of course, claiming that the wave 5 might be, of course, longer than the wave 3. And therefore, that is very interesting because it might transform here to 1-2-1-2 and then have a wave 3, 4-5, 4-5 to the upside. Very, very interesting for SPX as well. Does it affect the Nasdaq as well? Probably can be, but don't forget, it still can be, guys. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finishing as diagonal. Maybe the wave 4 is gonna come back to take the zone 1, meaning, of course, interfering and transforming this as a simple 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 diagonal, and then moving toward the downside. So basically, I would say SPX, yeah, definitely is still looking for higher, okay? But for the Nasdaq, we have to be careful with it. It is a little bit shaky, okay? And a little bit, yeah, noisy. And yeah, it is dangerous because we took the high in 5 waves. The correction still unclear. What is it? Is it finished here? We're moving impulsively, or this is an AB and a C expanding flat. We're gonna see this tomorrow again, but just, of course, to keep it in alert and to warn you about this scenario. That was it for Nasdaq and SPX. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.